May 15th, 2022. Direct from the cradle of mankind. This is Too Much Information with Ngachira.
Thank you all. Wow. Another week. Hello, good people, and welcome to Too Much Information. This is the only show that gets you higher than Wajakoya's manifesto. My name is Ngachira. Karibuni sana. My. On the show tonight, we take a look at the business of cleaning with Eric Babafua Savali. Later on, our timeless correspondent, Mammito Eunice, brings us a report from Chini Mwamba. And then, on tonight's interview, we speak to a champion for political and civic awareness, Ms. Nerima, Wako. Anyway, our MySpace account was hacked, so please talk to us on Hotmail or our other social media handles. They're down there. Nairobi residents are bracing themselves for water shortages after the Sonko rescue team retreated home to Shimolatewa in Mombasa County. However, have no fear, Miracle Bay, Rachael Ruto is here. Current residents have learned that their water is clean only thanks to her prayers and a pinch of salt. By the way, Mrs. Ruto, kuna cholera outbreak in Isili. So now the pressure is on Ida Odinga. If she does anything less than turn water into wine, or for Nairobi West, wine into water, Azim, you are in trouble. And this is because, according to Nation's recent InfoTrack poll, Ruto and Raila are locked in a dead heat. May the most miraculous wife break the tie. Meanwhile, Alfred Mutua has now joined DP William Ruto. For a man who complained that his hand was squeezed a bit too hard by the same guy, we ask ourselves here, what was squeezed this time? On the bright side, at least now we have Wilbaro Chapcha! And now to a story that has parents pleading for parental guidance.
Atuchui inaitwa BBC imeanza CBC atuchui.
Sio kama ile ya kitabu mtoto anakuja anafanya homework na ni hivyo.
Labda ameambiwa waende wapige picha kitu fulani.
Hiyo pesa ya kwenda kuprint hizo homework hauna.
That's just one of the many predicaments that parents have with this new curriculum. But the government, through Professor George, I really understand, Magoha, has some sympathies.
Who told you are just supposed to produce a child, then you're allowed to go to school? Every parent is intelligent. They must engage their children, whether they like it or not.
Every parent is intelligent. Even Kabiwa Jesus. But the concerns stakeholders have about CBC, that's inequality, unpreparedness, inadequate resources, and so forth, need to be addressed. Luckily, politics will always come in handy to, help.
Iko jambo linawakera wazazi, walimu na hata wanafunzi, inaitwa CBC, mfumo wa elimu. Hiyo tukiingia mwezi wa 8 tunaiondoa, tunabadilisha ili tumpatie ile mfumo mnaelewa.
You realize how Weta is blaming it on you for not understanding CBC. Ni wewe uelewi mfumo.
Tutabadilisha huo mfumo tumrudishie ule mmezoea na ule mnajua.
I don't even understand why Weta and company are beefing with CBC. I mean, it's supposed to be an ally. I mean, both UDA and CBC are in a way saying the same thing. Kazi ni kazi. You take it or you leave it.
In CBC, continuous assessment exams are graded in 4 ways: below expectation, nearing expectation, meeting expectation, and exceeding expectation.
Managing expectation and avoiding expectation. I mean, maybe CBC should be adopted into our elections to save us from heartbreak. See, that way, Wetangula and his fellow CBC skeptic, Musalia Mudavadi, don't have to go through the pain of scoring 70% in an exam in order to secure a white-collar job in the next government. And also, Chebukati will not have to worry about who between William Ruto and Raila Odinga gets position 1. Both just need to approach expectation. And they will gently proceed to junior secondary to pursue music. Never mind that they will probably sing off-key.
Yani mnasema tuanze hapa chini, alafu tuende juu. Yani hapa bottom, alafu tuende up.
Lero ni lero, lero ni lero.
regardless of which side of the CBC fence you're on, we just hope the government cleans up the mess in the education system. And speaking of cleaning up, if you're a visitor to Kenya, you'd think that Kenyans take their hygiene very seriously.
Hapa inaitwa wash.
Famously known as wash.
Be very, very watchful.
Worshipful indeed. It's gotten so serious that even politics, the dirty game itself, is attracting a huge number of washers.
We end up with up to 40% of holders of elective office being very well known and established wash dealers.
That was the Cabinet Secretary for Interior raising the alarm on the hygienic habits of Kenyans. But what is this wash? And when did cleanliness move so far away from godliness? For all the answers, we turn to a man who knows all about hygiene, our dry cleaning correspondent, Eric Babafua Lusavali. Eric. The question on everyone's lips. What is wash?
It involves intricate processes that make huge volumes of dirty clothes that were acquired through, corruption, racketeering, arms dealing, human trafficking. Look clean. There are 4 stages in laundering. Step 1, acquisition. Check it out. You acquire clothes by, supplying nothing to institutions like the prisons for billions. Okay,
Eric, hii tangara kweli?
Tai, wewe focus. Focus. Step 2 is to deposit this into a wash basin. Yani, banking and financial system. But for the process to start, you need to have a very powerful agent. A bank manager in the mix. Checky. Perfect example, ndio hiyo sasa.
Before she went into business with the NYS, Josephine Kabura Irungu's family bank account had just 650 shillings. 1 year after October 2014, the account had transacted 1.674 billion Kenyan shillings.
Stage 3 is layering, distancing the dirty clothes from the original source. Kufua. Now, this involves moving volumes of money around, withdrawing, transfers, hapa na pale, mambo kama hiyo.
Kafura had been instructed by Waiguru to withdraw the money in large volumes and deliver to her sister Lois Mbarire, who was often stationed at the KTDA bank's basement parking in different vehicles.
Final step is reintegration. This is done through acquisition of assets or deposits from legitimate sources, like businesses, and you wash. Tai. Observe. Just like that. Hey! Wash. And Tai, this one is the hand wash method. If you're cunning enough, you can use the washing machine method. This is the exact same thing, but on a larger scale, through international tax havens and offshore accounts. Check hiyo maneno wewe.
Allah! But Eric, doesn't this thing just have some sort of negative impact?
Tai, it does. Wash not only means a continuation of illegal activities, it also leads to astronomically exaggerated costs of living. This is why a single shoebox size bedsitter in certain parts of Nairobi, Kilimani, will cost you an upwards of 18 million shillings.
Please tell me there's consequences for the culprits.
Unfortunately, Tai, there are consequences. You are sentenced to 5 years of total suffering in parliament.
All those with the insights, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Clean himself, Eric Babafua Lusavali! Next up, we have our recurring segment, and also Nerima Wako. Thank you. Welcome back to TMI, the show where no protocols are observed. So, next up, we have our recurring segment, the Academy Awards. Now, these are awards that recognize individuals taking outstanding L's. Kind of like you believing your partner is not cheating when they suddenly want to engage in your interests. Bibi leo nimeona tuone Kardashian na wewe. Huyu ndiye Chloe, yeah? Before we get to the winner, let's have a look at the nominees.
The first nominee is Mike Mbavi Sonko for outstanding performance in Machozi.
And a day after Mike Mbuvi Sonko claimed to visit the grave of his mother in Kikoani area in Mombasa, a family has come out to lay claim to the gravesite, saying it belongs to their mother.
I don't know, maybe Sonko just got the wrong directions to the grave, you know. Hapo kwa Mama Amina, piga left, eh? Kuna kioske red. Ukifika hapo, lia. Na uchukue picha.
The second nominee is Peter Anyanga Nyong'o for Shulesi Lazima.
Kisumu Boys also is another contentious issue that is coming to the fore as well. Governor Nyong'o says the school adds no economic value despite sitting on prime land at the heart of the lakeside city.
Baba Lupita, your dreams are valid unless your dream is to get an education, eh?
And the winner is Fatima Mohammed for Mauzo.
Why me? I'm spending millions. I sold my house worth 25 million to prove that I want to be a woman of Migori County, and I have proven.
Fatima Mohammed, what a moving performance. She literally moved out of her house. No, Fatima, they say in gambling, you don't bet against the house. Let alone bet the actual house. Fatima Mohammed, this is for you. I'm informed Fatima is not here to collect her award, but congratulations to her and commiserations to the other nominees. Now, if you've been living under a rock, you're in good company. Because so was our correspondent, Mammito Chini ya Mwamba Eunice. Mammito, are you there? I want to update you on what's been happening lately.
Update me kitu gani, young man? I'm the OG. Mimi na ku-update kama software.
Hey. Haya, twende. Now, we're in an election here. Na
Kalonzo kitu gani? Si yako na Raila sasa kwa NASA?
Well, yes, but right now the coalition is called Azimio.
Tai, young man, it's the same thing. Raila Kalonzo CORD. Raila Kalonzo NASA. Raila Kalonzo Azimio. Ni kama kuingia kwa kibanda, uitishe, nipe maragwe mix, lakini sasa niwekee kwa sahani ya blue. Same thing.
But Mammito, that's what humble people do.
Let me teach you what humble people do. Politicians na humility kwa one sentence haiwezi wezekana.
But Mammito, for the first time since independence, politicians are doing very humble things. It's quite encouraging.
Ai, siwezi kuamini hadi unioneshe.
Haya.
Tai, this is the same thing yenye tunaonanga. This is not new. Hawa watu wakitafuta kura wanalala na sisi, wanatembea na sisi, mende zetu ni zao, lakini tukishawapea kura hivi wanaenda wanakula sushi na steak ng'ambo. Yani, these politicians can do anything and everything. Hadi kukubebea mimba 9 months. Lakini kitu hawawezi fanya ni kudeliver.
Hey, haya Mammito, hapo umeniweza. Okay, but politics aside, umesikia history ya Kemsa misplacing billions?
Sasa KEMSA tena hii 3 billions walipewa ya office block wamesha misplace.
Not office blocks. This is just old news. They're now not just misplacing money. Now they're misplacing ARVs, condoms, mosquito nets, other dawa za TB.
KEMSA could not locate 3 of 8 batches of TB medicines worth 10 million shillings. There was also the discrepancies between actual and expected stock balances, with 1.1 million condoms missing and 908,000 mosquito nets unaccounted for.
Hadi tiba ya TB wame misplace. Tai, young man, kama ng'ombe ya Fresian ya Masai haiwezi potea, hizi vitu zinapotea aje kwa macho zao? Tai, let me teach you something, yeah? Tai, kijana mdogo. Let me teach you something. Ukisikia kitu iko misplaced, jua imeibiwa.
Wow.
Imeibwa.
And there, Mammito, you have a point. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are reminded that the more things change, the more they remain the same.
Mwamba.
Thanks to our timeless correspondent, Mammito Chini ya Mwamba Eunice. In a short while, a chat with our guest, Nerima, Wako. Wow. Thank you. Welcome back to TMI. As promised, tonight we talk to an Obama fellow, a cherished agent of democratic change, good governance, and constitutionalism. I had to practice that word before I... Now, give it up for the lady whose Twitter bio answers the question, what if you did more for your motherland? I think she would write in high school, ni mimi wako. The executive director, Siasa Place, Nerima Wako, everybody! Thank you very much, Nerima. How did you get into the governance space?
Actually, it was by mistake.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to do medicine. I went and did bio, nikaona hapa. Siwezi make. So that's when I started doing journalism.
Okay.
So my background is in journalism.
Wow.
But I have never practiced it, basically.
Okay.
But then now, using my social media, I used to
Yes.
talk a lot about national issues. And we were doing it with some friends. We were about 7 of us.
Wow.
And that's how Siasa Place was born.
Okay, now, speaking of Siasa Place, why Siasa Place?
We wanted youth to question the politics that's happening in our country.
Yes.
Because politics is about resources, who's getting it, how they're getting it, and where. So if the youth understand that, especially wakielewa katiba, it's such a powerful platform.
Okay.
So that's why we call ourselves Siasa.
You mentioned youth, and you still talk about youth and women engaging in Siasa, right? And so we ask ourselves, like, IBC has not met its voter quota. Why, and what do you think the impact of this will be?
Youth don't trust IBC. You know, when we're doing the election, tukisimama hapo kwa polling station, the agents, the time they're announcing, Kenyans trust that part.
Yes.
But the time it's being transferred, sijui wanaenda Bomas, sijui it's the national tallying, that's where Kenyans wako hapa, kuna shida hapa. But the youth are also fed up. Wanaona the same leaders coming to ask for presidency, the same people, and hata kama nikipiga kura, it is the same results. What's the point? So a lot of youth are disappointed, but I think that IBC is still trying to find ways to get to young people.
Okay. Yes. Siasa Place focuses a lot on county governments. Why did you target county governments specifically?
Because so many important things are devolved. Ukiongea juu ya health, it's devolved. Ukiongea juu ya agriculture, which is access to food, it is devolved. And this is where most youth, 68% of our population, is in rural areas. So you have to be involved with the county government if you want to have access to your basic needs.
Is Wash like that being used to do campaign finance?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sound like you were there planning with them.
Wash iko. It is very alive and well.
Okay.
And it hurts me because I'm seeing it's the youth who are suffering. Wale wanaingia independent saizi because guys have bought tickets in their parties. Wamepatiwa direct.
What's the average cost of a party ticket?
Okay, so I know someone, Nairobi, who paid 2 million.
Okay.
But as of now, hajashika your certificate.
Not yet. And for which position?
MP.
for MP, na bado hujapata. Okay, I think I should take my money elsewhere. My small. I feel like that's
small,
that's 3 Kamulu Joskas just to take it together. As a youth, what should I look forward to? I'm going to look for before I vote to say this is a person who I think is integrity and accountable. Because you just tell me if I'm not arrested, then see ya kondani. Yes.
For the youth, for me, I'm saying angalia sera. I mean, look at people's records.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, people will come and promise you things.
Yes.
And this is also the time you find out people actually live in your community. They have never been involved in any community projects or even present in the community.
Yeah.
So ask the hard questions. Kwa sababu saa zingine
mbona sijai kuona kwa matanga? Community projects ni gani bana?
Even just volunteering. Okay. I'm just someone who understands the needs of the community.
Okay. So Nerima for president mwaka gani?
No,
if you're expected to be a leader...
See, you can be a leader anywhere, by the way.
Okay.
So lazima iwe siasa.
So why wouldn't you want to run for political office?
Because, so... My husband is running for member of parliament.
Okay.
So nimeona,
okay.
Hey, I am seeing. Mi sioni kama naeza. But I'm supporting, and also I am supporting a lot of youth who are vying. I'm more of a technocrat.
Okay, makes
so
sense.
I know about policies. I know about how it should be implemented.
Yeah.
I know the stats and how to make things work.
Wow.
I'm not a person who's...
I
know. I would be so tired. And then the way they like to dance on stage.
You know your husband is running and he's watching.
By the way, he's good at that.
Okay.
Me, I am not. Yeah,
okay.
I am not.
Okay, what's your parting shot with regard to governance and this coming election?
Please, don't sit in the sidelines. Be involved now, because the way our country is going, by the way, it's us who is going to deal with that drama mbeleni. Tena hizi vitu za corruption, ufisadi. It's a big issue. We have so much debt. I don't think youth understand each one of us owes 100,000 shillings in debt. As soon as you breathe life, as soon as you're born, your debt is 100,000 shillings. And inaendelea kupanda. So as you see all these roads being built up, just know it is you paying. So just make sure you have the right people in power to make sure they're using that money well. But you cannot do it by sitting on the sidelines and by keeping quiet. You have to engage. You have to. You have no choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nerima Wako! I owe 100,000.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, anyway, guys, that's it for this episode of Too Much Information. It's been a pleasure having you tuned in. So this Sunday and every other Sunday on NTV at 8:30. But before I go, I'll leave you with a dose of African wisdom because the Bubaba is kicking in. Now, a poor man's greetings are always mistaken for begging. And we all owe 100,000, so you know what that means. Thank you very much. Till next week.